Zoom recording. Okay, so now I think I got it. I'm recording and sharing. So this is the For Providers website, and this is our web page, and this is very similar to the For Families, and these are questions that we have had from providers during our focus groups, our needs assessments, and some of our other meetings. So again, right here is the button, ask a question if you have some questions, but some of the more frequent questions that we were getting is, what is a NAS diagnosis? What is the difference between a peer recovery coach versus a recovery coach? What is the difference between the different types of MAT? What does a baby having withdrawal symptoms look like? As a provider, how can I avoid using stigmatizing language when I provide services? What should I expect next steps after discovering substance use? And what is treatment? And you'll see that there's some overlap here in some of these questions from the For Families side and the provider side. And that's because we want to make sure that everybody is getting the information that they need. They don't have to go both places. And so if that was a question that came up in both sessions, in the general public information or the families and the providers, then we included it there. The difference might be that some of the links to other information may be more higher level links to connections. So again, if you have a question that you'd like to see highlighted here, please submit it right here. Again, here's the quick buttons to get you to make a referral, visit the blog, resources, and trainings. So the resources for providers are a little different. These are focused on providers, where the other ones were more family-centered, basic level, general information. So some of them will be consistent across, but others may be more specific resources. So for example, service bias, we have some here for West Virginia resources, but this is an area that we need to grow. And so if you have some resources for providers that you have seen or have been useful to you in the area of service bias, please send them to us. Again, you can send them through email to me or through the website. But I do know that we have a lot of resources about adverse childhood experiences, because those have been, and I see a lot of familiar names, those have been some of our communities of practice. So as we're having these lunch and learns and these community of practice trainings, then we're pulling the resources from those presenters to include here. So again, if you have information that you'd like to share, or you think that's a good resource to be included in any of these, please let us know. Also, as I mentioned, as soon as a website goes live, there's always something that goes wrong. So if you click a button and the link is bad, please let us know that too, because we want to keep this updated. Then coming down here, our training button will take you to an overview of our training calendar. You can click here to see our full calendar, and you can submit trainings as well that would be relevant and important for inclusion. These are not just our trainings. And then also the Health and Hope West Virginia website has a lot of similar, very specific county level individual based trainings, and so we link to those as well. You can get a link here to our online learning courses, which we'll talk more about in a few minutes. And these are our archives of our trainings that we've provided so far. So these are our ACES trainings, our community of practice. A lot of them you can download either the PowerPoint or the recording from the training and access all of the tip sheets and supplemental materials that the presenters have provided with us to share. So there's quite a bit. So these are all great, and I highly suggest, if you haven't seen these before, if you've missed them the first time, go back and watch them because there's a lot of really great information here. And we work to get the information. If you miss something, we work to try to get it up very soon afterwards. We just have to work on the captioning for accessibility and then getting the materials up and loaded to the website. So this is coming back out of back to our homepage. The Get Connected section is the next one. So again, it's just pulling the things together that can help you get connected to the impact group or to other providers. So our trainings, our blog, requesting the technical assistance. Again, the training box is just a shortcut to try to get to that. Here's where we're going to be highlighting all of our news that we have coming out about the program and a shortcut to upcoming events so you can see that calendar. And then also if you need immediate help and you're coming to the website, then you know you can click here to get to the Help for WV website. So if you are coming to the website for professional development and you're interested in taking online courses, there are quite a bit in development. And this is because when we first started, what training and resources for serving families impacted by substance use was a huge need identified in almost every one of our provider sessions. And our recent survey of our West Virginia service providers showed that 88% of those respondents provide services to mothers who are currently or have previously used substances. And of those providers, only 1 in 4 felt that they had minimal or no competency providing services to mothers using substances. So that's why we've really been working to build the capacity and providing a lot of trainings. So if you come up here and you click on training and you go to our online learning, this is a page that highlights all of our online courses. It introduces how to use the online learning modules and provides information about the continuing education units. So our provider modules have all been approved for CME, nursing, social work, and STARS. And here's where you can kind of get that overview of what's up here. So these are all of the courses that are in development currently, and the yellow ones or gold are the ones that are live. So these are the ones that you can enroll and participate in right now. And then another 3 or 4, I think 4 are actually ready to go. We're just waiting to hear back on the CEU numbers. So for example, if you click on child development, you'll get an overview of what the child development course is, the number of contact hours that it's been approved for, so nursing 1.8, social work 1.5, and STARS 1.5. And then you can click right here to take the child development course. And this is consistent across adult education and employment and stigma with the different approved contact hours. And we've had quite a bit of people already in just a week and a half. I think we've had 17 people register and 20 courses completed. So log in, it's working, which makes me happy. And so to do that, you would click Take Child Development Course. And I'm already logged in, but it would ask you to create an account. So what you would do is you would register, fill out a few things here, you know, your basic demographic information that we would need, and create your user name and password. Write it down because you will need that coming back. Because the nice thing about all of these online learning modules is you can get started, and if you get interrupted, you can stop and save it and come back and finish it another time. But you might need to remember what that username and password is. But if you forget, you can always send us an email and we'll get you back in there. So this is what the syllabus page would look like, or the main page for child development. And it talks about the objectives for the course. And you can see that courses are broken down by audience again. So child development for families and child development for providers. And the difference is the way that the content is delivered, and then also those for providers will have to take the pre-test and the post-test, the quizzes and things like that for your certificate for participation. So to give you a idea, this is where your child development for families are. So there's lesson 101, 201, 301. There's links to resources, videos, references, all of the other supplemental materials that have been developed for each of the lessons. And then you just click on it and it pulls it up right here. You can start playing. It's as easy as that. It should just take you a few minutes. And if you wanted to download and print the PowerPoint to take notes along the way, you can do that as well. So this is a great resource for families that are looking for information about their child's development, or different ideas for getting their continued education that they need. So again, here's an example of our adult education and employment. And this time we'll click on the adult education and employment for providers so you can see the difference. And so the difference is to begin the course. And up here it says enroll here for continuing medical education. And so the difference is there for CMEs, they're hosted by WVU, and you have to enroll and pay $25 to get your CMEs, and they want to host these courses through their website. So you would just click right there. For everyone else, nursing, social work, STARS, you can just do it right here. So you would begin the course, and this would take you to your pre-test. You would take your pre-test, answer a few questions, skip through next, 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 and then it would bring you back to, for me, it probably won't, it'll take you to the course materials. And it's the same. You just click on it to begin viewing, and you can download the PowerPoint. You can print it to save. When you're finished, after you've viewed the video, then you mark it as complete and you continue on to the next lesson. At the end, well, here's also other resources. Let's see. Things are moving a little slower now. So here would be the resources that would be connected with the lesson 101. So finding what career is right for me, some non-emergency medical transport, some of the resources that would be related to that content. And then if you click the more resources, this would take you out to those public family and provider resources for adult education and employment. So that way you don't have to enroll in the course to get that information. But if you do enroll in the course, then you get this additional information. And then back to the lesson. Again, there might be some other videos that would be helpful. Finding the perfect career, using career tests, tips for adults thinking about returning to college, 8 habits of highly successful college students. So these would be good things that you could integrate into some of the things when you're working with families and pull those in. Let's see. And again, we go back. Stigma is the same. You just enroll, take the course, and provide the information. Click on which audience you're interested in, and off you go. And then, as I mentioned, we have these other ones that are coming soon. And all of them are in development. So we hope to have new ones launching regularly. So let's see, what else can I show you about the website? If you're looking for other information about our news, it's all here, background information. So I think in a nutshell, that's an overview of the website, but I'd like to hear from you guys more. Like, we need your help. What else would you like to see in the website? What additional content can we add? How can we best get the information out in a way that's usable to you and your clients? Those of you that have used it, would you like to share some of your experiences? Everybody got their mouths full with eating lunch? Sue, are there things that you would like for me to expand on, or things that I may have missed? Oh, thank you, Sarah. Sarah said we nailed it. It's like a labor of love. We've been working on it a year and a half to come, but there's a lot of information.
I don't think so, Melina. I think you covered it well. So they can just share and access it and play around. And like you said, let us know if they have any updates.
Yeah, absolutely. Please share, share, share. You know, websites are only as good as those that use them. And so in the next month, we're going to be also launching a Facebook page where we'll be posting all of the information. So you'll be getting more information about that, and links to new things that have been added, links to help get people connected. So I encourage you to keep an eye out for those to be coming in October as well. And that way you can stay in touch. If you haven't already signed up to receive Impact News, go to the website, get connected section, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. All right, well, if nobody has anything else to share, then I will let you all get back to your lunch. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you taking some time to learn about the website, and hopefully it is a great resource for everyone to grow and share. Take care. Bye, everyone.